Parks, what was the challenge of getting Nick Foles acclimated, having not thrown to starters since training camp and having a few days to sort of go out there, and then how hard was it to kind of accept that obviously it didn't go as you planned?
I think that, that's kind of a part of that role as a backup quarterback. You're always preparing to start, but you got to take mental reps, and obviously nobody has done that better than him in a lot of aspects. Speaking to Nick, just being able to mentally prepare. But when you get that news that he's going to be the starter, every single rep counts that week. So every throw that you can take, whether it's individual period, whether it's even in walkthroughs, he was getting throws with those guys. And so just trying to get as much as you can where those guys can kind of get a feel for each other, how their body movements and and their route running, those types of things. And then just trying to make sure that you taper the offense to what Nick's comfortable with, but also keeping it with what our guys do well. And then, just obviously very disappointing performance offensively. Hate that we didn't do a better job there. But we move forward and we continue to try to push to try to do better, to try to make them comfortable, try to put them in position to win. And that's what we do.
Joel Erickson.
How much can you change to kind of tailor things to Nick?
I think you stay within your system. There's no overhaul changes. You want to make sure that guys still know what to do, can play confidently, can play fast. But obviously every quarterback has their preferences, has their comfort food, so to speak. And so you try to find what those things are, and what those things that he's had a million reps of in his career, the things that he sees well, and then also finding the things that our guys do well, and then how that fits in our system as a whole. So I think you don't really necessarily change wholesale. It's just trying to find those things within your system that, that he feels comfortable with, that he's used to.
Chap.
Parks, aside from turnovers, maybe offensively, the one thing that just hinges on success is third downs. It really hasn't mattered whether it was Matt or Nick or Sam. Is there anything fundamentally that you guys can point to that's just not worked this year consistently?
The biggest thing is just, execution. I know we keep saying that, but it's one guy here or there, whether it be in protection issue, a route discipline, a timing issue, a read. And then obviously there's some plays where as a play caller, I got to put them in better position. So I think it's a little bit of everything. And that's, something we got to continue to work through. We have to continue to get better at. I think that, just continuing to work through, making sure that guys are ready for every possible look. When we get a rep in practice, we might practice against an expected look or a certain look, and then guys just got to be ready for what else, because no defense is going to be predictable to say they're going to play one defense. And so we got to make sure that we're expecting everything that they play, that they've shown, and continue to get better there.
Nate Atkins.
Hey, Parks, Jeff mentioned that, the 7 sacks you guys took last night, he thought only maybe 2 of them were on the offensive line and 5 on maybe some other aspects. Earlier in the year, you guys did a good job of kind of keeping hits off the quarterback. So I guess what are the challenges right now with that, and what kind of adjustments, I guess, do you need to make to, get back to that level of security?
I think part of it is just the way that we got in the game, obviously putting in pass obvious situations, that's going to affect that a little bit. But then just staying ahead of the chain. So you look at our third downs that we had a 3rd and 4, and everything else was 6 or more, most of those being 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. And those are not good situations for from a pass protection standpoint, whether it be the routes, the percentage of success. And so we got to do a better job to put ourselves in better position there, where we're staying ahead of the chains. So